Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
With the weather warming up as summer approaches, the Ridgefield Raptors are heating up. They've won 5 in a row. Lead the West Coast League with 8 wins. Top of the West Coast League South, 8-3. They look to complete the sweep over Yakima Valley. They took the first 2 games of this series, 4-1 on Tuesday, 9-3 yesterday. They give the ball to Joseph Hasso, the righty from Cal State Fullerton, back for another summer in Ridgefield. As we welcome you to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Hi, everybody. I'm Jack Connolly. The Raptors have been able to pull away in each of the past 2 games late. These games have been tied in the 5th inning or later. Yesterday, this was a tie game. Middle of the 7th inning, and the Raptor bats explode for 6 runs in the 7th and 8th to pull away 9-3. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Yakima Valley. Tyson Miller in center field. Daichi Furuhata leads the Pippins with 7 RBIs and second on the team with 14 hits. Nick Velasquez, the first baseman, followed by Parker Bird back in the lineup. Abel Ramos, the catcher. Luis Garcia in right field. Derek Almeida playing shortstop. Malachi Emery Henderson in left field, and Cole Hubka playing second base. Defensively for the Raptors, Zach Wattis in left field, Isaiah Hearn in center, Reed Farrell in right, Jason Egler at third, Michael Perazzo at shortstop, Jackson Weber, the second baseman, and JT Summers playing first base, and Brock Lightgib behind the plate. Hasso out of Cal State Fullerton, back in Ridgefield for his 3rd summer. Hasso from Southgate, California, 6'3", 200 pounds, right-hander from Southeast High School. 92-93 with a hard slider. Coach Nick Allen says the ball jumps out of his hand. The fireball fastball. Tyson Miller come to the plate in center field. Tries to get the Pippins going, avoid the sweep. The Raptors looking for their 2nd consecutive sweep. They took 3 from Port Angeles on the road over the weekend. They kept the vibes going. 5 games in a row. The Raptors will be back in action tomorrow. Hit the road to take on the Marion Berries. Hasso from the right side of the rubber. Fastball misses outside for ball 1. We're underway, 6:36 Pacific time. Tyson Miller from Long Beach, California. A couple of SoCal guys facing each other early. Fastball inside for ball 2. Miller playing at Cal State Bakersfield. Comes into tonight in 2:59. Making his 9th start of the year. Hasso's 2-0. That's in there for strike 1. Miller went 1 for 2 yesterday, drew 3 walks. And a base hit in the top of the 9th inning. 2-1. Strike 2. Miller a check swing. Hasso fighting his way back into the count. Miller calls timeout. Kyle Crustangel back at the helm of the Pippins. Already having quick words and now trying to talk to the base umpire, Jim Courtney. Thomas Glynn's behind the plate. This has been the crew the entire series. They're going to talk things over. Crustangel, the head coach and assistant GM, works full-time for the Pippins. A lot of coaches in this league also spend their summers up here. They also spend the springs. Their main job is college coaches. Chris Cota, now he's coming out of the dugout to talk things over. Early mound visit. Or early umpire meeting. They're talking things over. Raptors won last night 9-3. Scoreboard was deceiving. The Raptors took advantage. Poured it on with 2 runs in the 7th, 4 in the 8th. Reagan McCluskey struggled out of the gates a little bit. Didn't play in his redshirt freshman season at DBU. Delivered the big hit. Bases loaded. 1 out. 2-run double. Ripped it down the right field line and a 2-strike count. Now they're talking to Hasso. Hasso made 20 appearances out of the bullpen for the Titans. 6.16 ERA, 25 strikeouts, and 19 innings pitched. We're back to work. 2-2. Miller leading off this game, 3-1. Because it started out 2-0. It would be the inside strike and then the low strike. Chris Cota back out to talk to Thomas Glynn. Yakima Valley, they dropped their first series of the year. They won their first 3 of the season. They beat Marion, Walla Walla, and Springfield. Chris Cota, the longtime coach at College of the Canyons down in California. Now Hasso just trying to stay loose here. First batter of the game. We've had a long layover. Interruptions. The issue going on, was it a pitch clock violation? We're trying to learn more. 2-2 right now. Umpire threw his hands up for 3-1. The Raptor bats have came around. Ridgefield's brought the juice. West Coast leading 11 homers. We'll talk more about that when the Raptors come to the plate. Chris Cota respects the Pippins, though. He said this is going to be one of the top teams in the league. They were tied for first place coming into this series. The Raptors have pulled away. Walla Walla 7-4. They'll be here next week. Corvallis is 6-4, as is Marion. They're taking on each other tonight down there in Corvallis. Portland's 5-4. Yakima Valley trying to keep pace at 6-5. Ben's 3-6, and Springfield's 3-8. Now Glenn and Courtney talking to each other. Ready to go. 2-2. Top of the first inning. Miller, the first batter of the game. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Locating the fastball early on the outside corner. So 3-2. Miller out of the windup. Karams off of Hasso, and Miller legs it out. Infield single, yeah, tough play for Hasso. Little squibbler up the middle. Hasso fell down. So Miller with the hit. So that long opening at bat of the game ends in an infield single. Here's Daichi Forahata. Forahata and Parker Bird have been the two hottest hitters for the Pippins this season. Fastball outside for ball one. Forahata was quiet last night, 0 for 5. The runner at first with nobody out. Low pickoff, dug up by Summers. 1-0 to Forahata. Now Hasso out of the stretch. 1-0. Job to second. Weber gets one. Over to first. Not in time. Forahata legged it out. Reaches on the fielder's choice. Jackson Weber, the Arizona State commit at second. Forahata's reached on the fielder's choice. One down for Nick Velasquez. Velasquez, another California native from Redlands. Ball one, skips off the glove of Lightgib. Now Daichi advances to second. Off the pass ball. Forahata to scoring position. One away in this top of the first inning. Velasquez, 258 on the season, hit 304 for Citrus College. Hasso looks to second as 1-0. Bounce to second. Weber throws him out. 2 outs. Forahata goes to third. Here's Parker Burt. The Regis DH didn't start last night. Pinch hit and struck out looking in the top of the 8th. Burt 6'4" from Mansfield, Texas. Has a runner at third with 2 outs in the top of the first. Takes a fastball for strike one. Parker Burt came into the series hitting close to 560. His average is down to 484. 0-1. 2 outs. 0-1's outside for ball one. Burt started his college career at Dallas College Northlake. Solid year, all college, all conference, all region. Gold Glove recipient. 1-1. Hasso fires. Fastball low for ball two. Yakima Valley. It's an early chance to get on the board. Runner at third with 2 outs. 2 balls and 1 strike to Burt. 2-1. 2-hopper to short. Perazo. Low throw. Summers can't dig it out. The run comes in to score. The throw to second is in time. Burt is out, but he reaches on the air. The run comes in to score. Unearned run E6 gives Yakima Valley a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the first.
2 comedic icons.
We are here to pop your
One hilarious night. Dana Carvey.
Who's that special?
Kevin Nealon.
I don't like those automatic flush toilets. It doesn't give you a chance to inspect your work.
A's Cowlitz Ballroom, Saturday, June 27th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or AlenAresort.com. Don't miss Dana Carvey and Kevin Nealon together.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
I'm hopped up on my third energy drink of the day, which is why I'm talking about the Adrenaline Adventure Vehicle Loan from Fiber Federal Credit Union. Fiber Federal's Adrenaline Loan is for people like us who like to live life on the edge. Boats, wave runners, ATVs, motorcycles, with a heart-poundingly low interest rate that says, let's party. The Adrenaline Loan from Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
The scorching hot Raptors offense faces an early hole, down 1-0. Heading into the bottom of the first inning, they'll be facing Bodie Ramsey. Ramsey from Rockford, Washington, started his career at Wenatchee Valley College. Spent last season at Chandler Gilbert Community College in Arizona. Made 21 appearances, 1-2 on the year. All coming out of the bullpen. 20 2/3 innings pitched, 4.08 ERA, 1.60 whip. Let's take a look at the Raptors lineup presented by Riverview Bank and Christensen Electric. Leading off is Jace Nagler playing third base. Michael Perazzo at short. JT Summers batting third. Zach Wattis in the cleanup spot. Isaiah Hearn, the Oregon commit, in center. Jackson Weber, followed by Brock Lightgib, Liam Ostrom, and Reed Farrell. For the Pippins, in left field, Malika Emery Henderson, Tyson Miller in center, Luis Garcia in right, Daichi Forahada at third, Derek Almeida at shortstop, Cole Hubka at second. In his first start of the season, or series, Nick Velasquez at first base, Abel Ramos behind the plate. Nagler coming to the plate. Steps in from the right side. Nagler from Bend, Oregon. Another multi-hit game. 2 for 5 last night. Raptors down 1-0. Ball one outside. The Raptors have 19 hits through the first 2 games. It's a game 1 4-1 and last night's game 9-3. 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Nagler, the Cascade Collegiate Conference Player of the Year in 2026. First team All-Conference. Hit .389 with 68 hits, 15 doubles, and 14 bombs. Fly down the right field line. Slicing out of play. Nagler currently in the transfer portal. Should have his pick of where to play next year. He's hit everywhere he's gone. Starting off strong, 421 on the year. Breaking ball yanked, foul. It's 2-2 now. To Nagler. Ramsey out of the windup. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Outside fastball. One away in the bottom of the first. After the K, here's Michael Perazzo. Perazzo steps in from the left side. California native, plays at Sac State. One away, first pitch. It's Perazzo. Perazzo adds to the team leading 488 on base percentage. He's on with 1 down. The Raptors sure get hit a lot. We had a game last week where Ken Tomatako was hit 4 or 5 times. He was hit the next day. Perazzo was plunked. Perazzo drew 2 walks yesterday. Then had a hit and was walked in Tuesday's game. Here's JT Summers. First pitch curveball for strike 1. Summers, another guy from the Golden State. JUCO player, spent 2 years at Santa Rosa JC. Floats the throw to first. Summers having a hot start, hitting .405. Leads the team with 15 hits and 12 RBIs. Top 5 in the West Coast League in RBIs. A 1. Breaking ball again, misses low. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball and 1 strike to Summers. Raptors down 1-0. Bottom of the first inning, 1 away. Tap foul, it's 1-2. One of the warmest games of the year. Temperatures near the 80s here in Ridgefield in Southwest Washington. Heat coming earlier. Had a lot of chilly games. Overcast. Light wind. Flags barely blowing in left field. 1-2's off the plate. For ball 2. It's even for Summers. Browses at first. Ramsey's 2-2. Fouled away. Fans still filing in here on Little League night, 2-2. Another foul ball. Out of play, and this continues between Ramsey and Summers. Another 2-2 coming. Swing and a miss. Top shelf fastball. Back to 2 strikeouts for Ramsey. Here's Zach Wattis. Wattis coming to the plate. Another lefty here. First pitch to Zach. Lined into right field. Perazo goes first to third. Good base running by Perazo. Wattis stays hot after the multi-hit game last night. Runners on first and third with 2 down for Isaiah Hearn. Jumping on that first pitch. Breaking ball up in the zone. First hit of the game for the Raptors. Here's the future Oregon Duck, Hearn. Three consecutive lefties for the Raptors. Going after the first pitch. Flied to left. Emery Henderson is there to end the inning. The Raptors leave runners at the corners to close the bottom of the first. We're through 1 in Ridgefield. Yakima Valley leads 1-0.
C-Train is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County plus regional and express service to Portland. And check out The Current, C-Tran's on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran is a proud partner of the Ridgefield Raptors. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, connecting you to life.
Nikki Glazer, the Stunning Tour.
We are the only animal species who actively want kids. You've never seen like 2 dogs like, we're trying.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, Aylin A's Cowlitz Ballroom.
It's not hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a good mom. It's easy to be a bad mom. That's as easy as being a great dad. That's what that is.
Tickets on sale now at AylinaResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
Joseph Hasso back out for the second inning. Gave up an unearned run in the top of the first. Weird start to that top of the first inning. It was a 2-2 count to Tyson Miller. Kyle Christangel came out to argue. The umpires met. They changed the count to 3-1. Then Raptors head coach Chris Cota comes out there. The count stayed 3-1. Miller bounced a single over Hasso. It would have been a tough play. Trying to field his position on the mound. For Ahada grounded to a fielder's choice. Velasquez grounded out to move him over, and then Burt sent a grounder to short. Albeit slow grounder, Perazo bounced the throw to first. Summers couldn't dig it up. For Ahada came around to score. Summers recovered, throw down to second. Threw out Burt. Yakima Valley leads 1-0 after the Raptors left runners on first and third to end the bottom of the first. Abel Ramos leads off, followed by Luis Garcia and Derek Almeida. Ramos had himself a night yesterday. 3 for 5. 3 of Yakima Valley's 6 hits. Bounces the first pitch to short. Perazo retires him. One away in the top of the second. No hangover from the error last inning for Perazo. Here's Luis Garcia. The Pippins right fielder out of Western Oklahoma State College. Takes a first pitch strike. A 1. Line shot. Over Weber's head into right center field. Rolls all the way to the wall. A scorcher. He's into second with a stand-up double. His third double of the season. Garcia has Yakima Valley in business. Second hit of the game for the Pippins. Here's Derek Almeida. Derek Almeida had a big hit last night. Solo shot. First run of the game for the Pippins. Gave Yakima Valley a brief lead in the top of the second. Raptors scored 2 in the bottom of the third. Strike 1 at 89. Almeida spent 2 years at Citrus College, Fresno State commit. Future roommate is Raptors outfielder Reed Farrell. A 1. Slider misses outside for ball 1. Mead hitting .235 on the year, making his 6th start. All Western State Conference last spring. (1-1). Garcia's at second. Pippins lead 1-0. Sky to the left side of the infield. Nagler makes the catch, bobbles it, throws to first, not in time. Nagler looped around, hits his glove. An error on Nagler. Garcia stays put. There's runners on first and second with 1 out. Second error of the game for the Raptors. An error turned into a run last inning. Here's Malachi Emery Henderson. Cuts through the first pitch, 0-1. Emery Henderson went 0 for 4 last night, 3 strikeouts. Has a chance to break out of it here. 2 on and 1 out. Pippins lead the Raptors 1-0. 0-1. Chop to first. Summers has to wait on it. He misplays it. Emery Henderson was running it out. He takes an infield single. The bases are loaded for Cole Hupka. The Raptors booting the ball around early. Henderson with the hit. Garcia to third, Almeida to second. And Cole Hupka comes to the plate for the first time this series. Fastball misses away at 89. Hupka from Wilsonville, Oregon. Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islander. Has a chance to extend his team's lead. Hasso's 1-0. Lays off. He did not go. Ball 2. Fastball in the dirt. First baseman Summers and third baseman Nagler are playing shallow. Middle's at double play depth. Fastball inside for ball 3. 3-0, bases loaded. Yakima Valley threatening. Pippins lead 1-0. Hasso's 3-0. Misses inside for ball 4. That will walk a run in. It's 2-0 Pippins. RBI walk for Hupka. drives his first run of the season in. First mound visit for Raptors assistant Tyler Jackson. And back to the top of the order. Not the start that Joseph Hasso was looking for. Gave up an unearned run in the top of the first inning. The second started with a ground out to short from Ramos. Garcia doubled to the right center field gap. And then Almeida reached on an error. Drop pop fly in the infield by Nagler. Henderson had a high chopper to first. Summers booted it. Hubka walked. Pippins lead 2-0. Here's Tyson Miller. Bouncer up the middle. That's going to sneak through into center field. 1 run scores. Emery Henderson sliding in without a throw. Yakima Valley leads 4-0. 2-run single for Miller. The Pippins blitzing the Raptors early. Just snuck through into center. Miller's first RBIs of the series. Here's Daichi for Ahada. First pitch back up the middle again. Weber steps on the bag, fires to first. Inning-ending double play. But the Raptors break through, put 3 runs on the board in the second. Yakima Valley leads 4-0 through an inning and a half.
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories, like Brett on the way to his wedding when a flat tire left him stranded. The clock was ticking, his bride waiting. He made one call, and a Les Schwab service truck was there to save the day. Brett was back on the road and off to say, I do. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires, our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
The Raptors' bats have been among the hottest in the West Coast League. They're going to need to get going. They're down 4-0 entering the bottom of the second inning. 2 of those 4 runs are unearned. Raptors with errors in each of the first 2 innings. Jackson Weber leads off. Bodie Ramsey has some run support. Yakima Valley is 4 runs on 4 hits, taking advantage of those 2 Raptors errors. Ramsey making a second start of the season. Thrown 4 2/3 innings, giving up a run. 6 strikeouts to 4 walks coming into this game. Future Sun Devil steps in. Missing away for ball 1. Weber 1 for 8 on the year for the Raptors. Breaking ball low for ball 2. Catcher and first baseman getting a little bit of draft interest. Flies one to the right center field gap. High fly ball. That thing's out of here. First of the year for Weber. Gets the Raptors on the board. A jolt to right center gets the Raptors on the board. 401 feet to right center field. Love to see it. Here's the catcher, Brock Lightgib. Big swing from Weber. Haven't seen that kind of juice yet. Breaking ball misses outside for ball one. Ramsey asking the umpire, where was that? Mike Gibb, the Michigan Wolverine from Portland. Line caught by Short. Almeida right there. One away in the bottom of the second. Here's Liam Ostrom. Ostrom, the local kid from right here in Ridgefield. Takes a curveball for strike one. Played at this field, Ridgefield High School alum. Played for Raptors assistant Nick Allen, the Ridgefield High coach. Another breaking ball, swings through it, 0-2. And plays his college ball for the Raptors head coach Chris Cota at College of the Canyons. 0-2 to Ostrom. Another breaking ball, dribble to second. Hubka throws him out, 2 down. That brings up another Canyons guy, Reed Farrell. Farrell joined the team before the Port Angeles series last week. Comes to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Another breaking ball. Ramsey gets ahead 0-1. Ramsey's 0-1. Again. Riding the curveball early, 0-2. Failed the rising junior, Fresno State commit. 0-2. Curveball, fair ball, gloved in foul territory, long throw for a Haka. Foul ball. Close play on the third base line. Backhanded, Forjada's momentum took him into foul territory. Another 0-2 coming. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Sped him up on the fastball. Third strikeout for Ramsey. The solo shot from Weber gets Ridgefield on the board. We're going to the third inning. Yakima Valley in front 4-1.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess. Give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
In today's fast-moving world, your technology should work for you, not slow you down. At HTG, we are based in Ridgefield, Washington, and we deliver full-service IT solutions to businesses across the Pacific Northwest and nationwide. From managed IT services and hardware procurement to secure warehousing, asset imaging, and IT asset disposition, we handle it all. Proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, we're committed to supporting our community and your business success. HTG, simplifying IT, powering your business forward. Learn more at www.htginc.com.
While the world around us is always changing, we stay focused on what matters. At Peace Health, we've offered hope, healing, and peace to Washington since 1890. Our care teams listen to your needs, take time to understand what matters to you, and treat you with the same respect and devotion that has guided us for generations. Peace Health, here for you today, tomorrow, always. Learn more at peacehealth.org.
Nikki Glazer, the stunning tour.
The thoughts of death, I don't like to dwell on them for longer than like 10 or 15 hours a day, so.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, A's Cowlitz Ballroom.
No wonder women rush to have kids. We're being trained for it since we were kids. They're like, here's a baby doll. Here's an easy bake oven. I got one of those. I stuck my head in it. I was like, I want out of this narrative.
Tickets on sale now at AlenaResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
Joseph Hasso's homecoming spoiled. He exits the game after 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. Harrison Hofarth from Seattle takes over for this Raptors bullpen that has been strong. They'll try and slow down the Pippins bats. They've scored in each of the first 2 innings, 1 in the first and 3 in the third. Welcome back to Ridgefield. The Raptors stream is presented by HTG. Hofarth, the 6'3 lefty. Second appearance of the year. This is outside for ball 1. Nick Velasquez leads off. Parker Burt and Abel Ramos to follow. Off the plate for ball 2. Hofarth, the rising sophomore at Seattle University, local kid from Columbia River High School. Made 12 appearances. Swing and a miss, strike 1 in his freshman year. 3-1-7 whip in 8 2/3 innings. Two to Velasquez, he's 0 for 1. Raptors down 4-1. Tapped foul. Hofarth pauses. Fires his 2-2. Fouled it off. Hasso goes 2 innings. Had the 2 errors. Kind of a weird outing. Had the weird, interesting leadoff at bat. Multiple meetings from the umpires, meeting with the managers. Another stoppage in play. Issues with the pitch clock, 2-2. Hofarth fires and was fouled off. Velasquez, the Pippins first baseman. 3 Citrus teammates on Yakima Valley. Top of the 3rd inning. 2-2. Another foul ball, straight back to the screen. Raptors go to their bullpen in this top of the 3rd inning. Velasquez went 1 for 4 on Tuesday. Fouled off once again. The 9th pitch coming up to Velasquez. The first batter Hofarth is facing. Another 2-2. Hofarth looks in. Here it comes. Curveball misses high. Full count now. Velasquez steps back in. Waits the 10th pitch, 3-2. Swing and a miss. First K for Hofarth, 1 down in the top of the 3rd. Swing through the fastball at 88. Here's Parker Burt. Burt reached on the air. Help scratch the run across. Thrown out. Trying to advance to second on the 6. Hammered right center field. Throws his bat and watches that fly over the right center field fence. Burt slams his first homer of the year. Silencing this home crowd. The Pippins lead is back to 4. It's 5-1. 98 out the bat, 375. Burt hit 3 bombs this spring at Regis, his first of the summer. Back up the middle, nice reflexes, gloved, flip to first. 2 down. Ramos is 0 for 2. Here's Luis Garcia. Garcia steps in. Fastball weighted 87. Garcia doubled and scored last inning. 2 down, top of the third. The 1-0 to Garcia. That's low for ball 2. Garcia went 0 for 2 in Tuesday's loss. Drew 2 walks. 2-0 on the way. Skied, shallow center field. Perazo drifts to his left, makes the catch. But Parker Burt re-extends the lead for Yakima Valley. A solo homer makes it 5-1 Pippins. Middle of the third here in Ridgefield.
There's something special about game night in Ridgefield. Friends in the stands, fans cheering together, and that big game feel here in our backyard. That kind of hometown energy is why you'll see Dick Hanna dealerships right there supporting the Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Because being local means backing the teams, the fans, and the moments that bring people together. We're proud to be a part of another great Raptors season. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
From kitchens and bathrooms to whole home remodels, Amplified Renovations delivers renovations worth running home for. Visit amplifiedrenovations.com to get started. Yakima Valley back in front 5-1. Parker Burt slammed the homer to right center field, his first of the year. Top of the order, due up for Ridgefield. Home half of the third inning. Welcome back. Jack Connolly on the call. Jace Nagler steps in for the second time. Curveball looped to shallow right field. Hubka retreats and gets under it. 1 away. One out, nobody on for Michael Perazo. Bodie Ramsey, the Pippins starter, back out there for the third inning. Strike 1 to Perazo. Perazo was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Second time that's happened this year. Curveball misses outside. 1-1. Perazo is his average up to 382. Had a multi-hit game yesterday, 1-1. Fastball inside for ball 2, off the glove of Ramos. Raptors down 5-1. Yakima Valley had 1 in the first, 3 in the second, added another in the third. Perazo, bouncer, Hubka makes the play, 2 away. Charged in to throw him out. Here's JT Summers. big bat for the Raptors. 4.05 average. Went down swinging in the first. Takes the off speed at strike one at his knees. The Raptors will head down to Marion tomorrow. Begin a 3-game set against the Berries. Breaking ball misses outside for ball one. The Pippins, they have a trek tomorrow. They'll drive to Vancouver, then fly up to Edmonton to face the Riverhawks later that night. Ball two. Riverhawks routinely lead the West Coast League in attendance. Sure to be a raucous atmosphere. Edmonton loves their Riverhawks. Curveball slammed to left. Emery Henderson makes the catch on the track. Ramsey shut down 6 in a row. Pippins lead 5-1 going to the fourth.
Switchfoot, coming your way. June 18th, A Cowlitz Ballroom. Special guest lit and fuel on sale at ALNAResort.com. Switchfoot, live.
Nikki Glazer, the Stunning Tour.
We are the only animal species who actively want kids. You've never seen like two dogs like, we're trying.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, A.L.N.A.'s Cowlitz Ballroom.
It's not hard to be a mom, it's hard to be a good mom. It's easy to be a bad mom. That's as easy as being a great dad. That's what that is.
Tickets on sale now at ALNAResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
There's something special about game night in Ridgefield. Friends in the stands, fans cheering together, and that big game feel here in our backyard. That kind of hometown energy is why you'll see Dick Hanna dealerships right there supporting the Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Because being local means backing the teams, the fans, and the moments that bring people together. We're proud to be a part of another great Raptors season. Dick Hanna dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
While the world around us is always changing, we stay focused on what matters. At Peace Health, we've offered hope, healing, and peace to Washington since 1890. Our care teams listen to your needs, take time to understand what matters to you, and treat you with the same respect and devotion that has guided us for generations. Peace Health, here for you today, tomorrow, always. Learn more at peacehealth.org.
Kids play free all summer long, only at Big Al's. Get signed up today at ilovebigals.com. The Raptors live stream is presented by HTG. Top of the fourth inning. Raptors going for the sweep over the Pippins. Yakima Valley has come out hot. They've scored in each of the first 3 innings they've come to the plate. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and another in the third. Derek Almeida leads off, reached on air in his first trip. Loops the first pitch into left field. Pippins keep hitting. Their 6th of the game. Almeida's on once again. Here's the left fielder, Malachi Emery Henderson. Single in the second. Ball one high. Had a high chopper to first. Would have been a tough play for Summers. Bobbled it, kicked it into foul territory. Went down as a hit. Just ended a cold stretch. No for 15er. Strike one. And when you're slumping, you'll take a hit any way you can get it. 1-1 to Emery Henderson, the outfielder out of Wenatchee Valley College. Swing and a miss. Emery Henderson, 4 for 21 on the year. Coming off a solid year at Wenatchee Valley College. Led the Anahuac with 9 homers this season. Only 1 in the summer. 1-2. Called strike 3. Fastball in the lower inside corner. Second K for Hofarth. One down in the top of the fourth. That brings up the second baseman, Cole Hubka. Hubka making his debut. Fouls off the first pitch. Drove in a run in his first trip, RBI walk. 4-pitch walk. Part of the Pippins, 3-run top of the second. Yakima Valley in front 5-1. 0-1 to Hubka. Fastball high. Ball and a strike. Hubka plays at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Started his career at Utah. Spent 2 years in Salt Lake City for the Utes and didn't play. 1-1. There's a knock into the right center field gap. First hit of the year. Hubka with the knock, and that puts runners on first and second. As the card turns over, leadoff man Tyson Miller coming to the plate. Yakima Valley going to work here in the fourth. First pitch to the lefty Miller. That's outside for ball one. Miller's 2 for 2. Reached on an infield single in the first and had a 2-run single in the second. Miller's starting back-to-back games. Fouled off, it's 1-1. Miller, the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunner. Hit .348 this season. His first year in Bakersfield. It's a great year for anybody, nonetheless a freshman. Limited time, 17 games played, 4 starts. Looking like a piece to build around. Hofarth looks to second. Runners go, double steal. Changeup floats in there, high for ball one. Almeida safely into third. Acrobatic play by Nagler to keep that ball from sailing into left field. Now runners on second and third with 1 out for the Pippins. Double steal pulled off. Great pitch to do it on. 2-1 to Miller. Strike 2. 17-mile-an-hour difference between the previous 2 pitches. Last pitch, the fastball at 86. Previous, the curveball at 69. 2-2. Runners on second and third. Yakima Valley trying to extend its lead. Ball 3 outside. The Raptors have a reliever throwing now. Hofarth in his second inning. Had a pretty good first inning of work, 2 strikeouts. Just made a mistake to Burt, and he made him pay with the solo shot. 3-2. Fouled it off his leg. Miller goes down. Laying in pain in the box. Gets up to walk it off. Raptors trainer will pay him a visit. (3-2). Miller declines the trainer. 3-2, 1 away. Another good opportunity for Pippins. This inning started with a base hit from Almeida. Emory Henderson struck out looking. Hubka singled. They moved up on the double steal. 3-2. Bloob shot. Caught by Perazzo. Good body control and concentration. Twisting around to make the catch in shallow left center. 2 down. Great play by Perazzo. 2 down for Daichi Forahata. Forahata's 0 for 2. He's one of the top hitters on the Pippins club. Second on the team with 7 RBIs. It's a fastball at 86 on the outer half. Strike 1. This would be a great hold for Hofarth and the Raptors. Desperately trying to keep this a 4-run game. Hubka's at second, Almeida's at third. Swing and a miss. Forahata's now in an 0-2 hole. Top 4. Hofarth looks in. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Hofarth. Yakima Valley runners on second and third with 1 out. Can't scratch anything across. Still a 4-run game through 3.5. The Pippins lead 5-1.
In today's fast-moving world, your technology should work for you, not slow you down. At HTG, we are based in Ridgefield, Washington, and we deliver full-service IT solutions to businesses across the Pacific Northwest and nationwide. From managed IT services and hardware procurement to secure warehousing, asset imaging, and IT asset disposition, we handle it all. Proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, we're committed to supporting our community and your business success. HTG, simplifying IT, powering your business forward. Learn more at www.htginc.com.
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories, like Brett on the way to his wedding when a flat tire left him stranded. The clock was ticking, his bride waiting. He made one call, and a Les Schwab service truck was there to save the day. Brett was back on the road and off to say I do. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires, our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
Bodie Ramsey's thrown 36 pitches, 24 strikes. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 4-run lead. Yakima Valley leads 5-1. Welcome back to Ridgefield. Zach Wattis, the cleanup hitting left fielder from Loyola Marymount, leads off for the Raptors. Ramsey looks in. Starts Zach off with a strike 1. Wattis at the first hit of the game for the Raptors, back in the first. Ramsey's 0-1. Fastball low for ball 1. Wattis won state championships in Arizona. 2-time 6A. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 2. Started his career at TCU. Transferred back home to Central Arizona College. Tore it up there. First team All-Region, 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. High school athlete of the year at Hamilton High School down in the Valley. 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Inside, it got him. His back elbow. The unprotected one. He has the elbow guard on his front. Shakes that off. The fastball at 85. Wattis hit for the 3rd time this year. Doesn't need any help. The trainer walked out there. Wattis shaked him off. Takes his base. The Raptors have a runner in the bottom of the 4th. That brings up Isaiah Hearn. Hearn waiting to step on. But Wattis takes some time to make sure he's okay. Raptors down 5-1. Wattis takes off on first move. Tagged out at second. Velasquez took a minute to get it out of his glove in time. Wattis was running on first move with the lefty. It's taken off, and that wipes away the leadoff hit by pitch. Wattis is picked off for the first out. Jack swing fouled off by Hearn. Hearn flew out to left in the first. Incoming freshman from LA. Getting used to the Pacific Northwest, the Oregon commit. Outside for ball 2, laying out the breaking ball. Hearn had 2 homers in his first week as a Raptor. Joined the team before the Kamloops series. Takes the curveball for strike 2. Got to be careful throwing breaking balls over the heart of the plate to this guy. 1-2. Another curve lifted high in the air, shallow left field. Emery Henderson calls off Almeida. Drops right in between Emery Henderson and Almeida. Hearn moves to second. The high fly ball drops in there for a double. Almeida was right there. Henderson called it off. It's easier for the outfielder charging in. It was a long run for Emery Henderson from left field. The Raptors will take it. Third hit of the game. First pitch fouled off by Weber. Weber, another incoming freshman, recently graduated high school down in Arizona. Future Arizona State commit. Crushed the solo shot to right center field. Ramsey's 0-1. Changeup floats in there for ball 1. Hearn's at second. Raptors down 5-1. Curveball fouled away and out of play. Yakima Valley was held scoreless for the first time this game in the top of the 4th inning. They had unearned runs in the first and second, but it was the big 3-run second inning. Yakima Valley used to add to their lead, then the solo shot by Parker Burt in the third. 1-2. Fastball outside for ball 2, dropped by Ramos. Raptors going for the sweep. Trying to make it 6 in a row tonight. Two. Ramsey trying to get through this 4th. Curveball grounded. Snagged by Forahada. Throws out Weber. Looks Hearn back to second. Nice play by third. Played it off a tough hop. That brings up Brock Lightgib. Two outs now for Lightgib. Playing in his second game for the Raptors. Curveball misses inside for ball 1. Lightgib from Portland. Went 0 for 4 in his debut last night. Has Hearn at second. Fastball at 83 in there for strike 1. Ramsey's been super efficient. 53rd pitch coming up. 3 strikeouts, no walks. Curveball bends low for ball 2. Raptors down 5-1. Bottom 4. Heater misses up and away. 3-1 now. Good hitters count. Like hit a good swing back in the second, lined out to short. Three one. Called strike two. Full count now. Ramsey trusting his off speed in a 3-1 count. 3-2. Lost him outside. Ball four. Likey works a walk. That puts runners on first and second for Liam Ostrom. Nice. Here's Liam Ostrom. One of 5 Raptors honored in the trading card giveaway tonight, given away to the first select few fans into the gates tonight. Incentive to get here early. Strike one. 0-1 to Ostrom. He's in the DH spot. Two for 8 to start the summer. Ramsey looked to second as 0-1. Chop foul, 0-2. Now Ramsey a strike away from getting out of this 4th inning. Nobody warming up in the Pippins bullpen. Hofarth's thrown the last 2 for the Raptors. Hasso lasted through 2 innings. Light gives it first, Hearns at second. Breaking ball misses away for ball 1. Good 0-2 take by Ostrom. Ostrom led the Canyons with 11 homers this year. Popped high. First base line. Ramsey comes in to make the catch. Ramsey takes it himself to end the inning. The Raptors leave a couple of runners on. Ramsey's thrown 4 innings, a 1-run ball. Yakima Valley leads 5-1 after 4.
I'm hopped up on my 3rd energy drink of the day, which is why I'm talking about the Adrenaline Adventure Vehicle Loan from Fiber Federal Credit Union. Fiber Federal's Adrenaline Loan is for people like us who like to live life on the edge. Boats, wave runners, ATVs, motorcycles, with a heart-poundingly low interest rate that says, let's party. The Adrenaline Loan from Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Nikki Glazer, the Stunning Tour.
The thoughts of death, I don't like to dwell on them for longer than like 10 or 15 hours a day, so.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, A's Cowlitz Ballroom.
No wonder women rush to have kids. We're being trained for it since we were kids. They're like, here's a baby doll. Here's an easy bake oven. I got one of those. I stuck my head in it. I was like, I want out of this narrative.
Tickets on sale now at ALNAResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
Let's compare the pitching staffs from tonight's game. Starting with the Pippins. Right now, the starting edge goes to Bodie Ramsey. Through 60 pitches, he's gotten through 4 innings, giving up 1 run, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. That walk came in the bottom of the 4th. Light Gibb reached. He was able to work out of a mini jam. The Raptors left runners on first and second. For Ridgefield, Joseph Hasso had a tough outing in his first start, 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. 2 were earned, one walk, no strikeouts. He only goes 27 pitches. Harrison Hofarth, he's had a good outing. Haven't seen him since early in the season. Been a couple of series. He's looked good though. Through 2 innings, only made a mistake to Burt, the solo shot in the 3rd. Shut down the Pippins for the first time, held them scoreless in the top of the 4th. Lefty-lefty matchup, chopped to 3rd. Negler in time, throws out Velasquez. Pippins' first baseman's 0 for 3. The hesitation on the check swing Velasquez didn't realize it was a fair ball. Still a close play. Magler threw it across the diamond, 1 down. Speaking of Parker Burt, hit his first homer of the year back in the 3rd. Napo shot to right center. Ball 1 low. Burt, the rising junior at Regis. Two balls and no strikes. Burt at .364 for the Rangers, 23 starts. Slug .511, .431 on base percentage, 2 homers, 33 games played. Hofarth missing far and wide here. 3-0. Burt gave a chase to that wild pitch, nearly threw it back to the pitcher. 3-0, 1 down, top of the 5th inning. Raptors trail 5-1. Yakima Valley scored in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. 1 in the 1st and 3rd. They have the 3-run top of the 2nd. Taking all the way, throws his bat like a football down the line. Takes ball 4. Burt takes his base. Abel Ramos comes to the plate. Don't know if I've seen that before, throwing the bat over the shoulder. Seen it at home run celebrations, not after a walk. 1 on, 1 out for Abel Ramos. Send in the air to center. Hearn jogs in to make the catch. 2 down. Abel had 3 hits yesterday. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. Here's Luis Garcia. Doubled and scored in the 2nd. Bopped out to short. Perazo drifted out into the outfield. Made a nice catch. Redirected. Good concentration. Strike 1. Fastball on the outside border. Checks to first. Very short lead for Burt. Garcia had a good freshman year at Western Oklahoma State College. Hit .358, 13 homers. Drove in 47 runs. Hofarth 0-1. Fouled back to the netting. Hofarth's been pretty good out of relief. Other than the homer to Burt back in the 3rd. Gave up a couple base hits in the 4th, worked around that. Had a 1-out walk here. Flies in a shallow left. This could be trouble. Perazo runs a long way to track it down. Hofarth puts up another 0. We're halfway home. Pippins in front 5-1.
Get ready for a smoking hot weekend as A Barbecue Fest returns Saturday and Sunday, June 13th and 14th. Sip and sample hundreds of beers, wines, seltzers, and spirits. Indulge in a mouth-watering selection of barbecue from local vendors and enjoy barbecue competitions and cooking demonstrations from celebrity chefs including Kyle Brenner, Brad Leininger, Tyler Anderson, and more. For tickets and information, visit ALenaResort.com. A Barbecue Fest. Sounds like fun. 2 comedic icons.
We are here to pop you off.
1 hilarious night. Dana Carvey.
Who's next special?
Kevin Nealon.
I don't like those automatic flush toilets. It doesn't give you a chance to inspect your work.
A Cowlitz Ballroom, Saturday, June 27th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or ALenaResort.com. Don't miss Dana Carvey and Kevin Nealon together.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess, give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Reed Farrell leads off for the Raptors in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ridgefield trying to claw back into the game, down 5-1. Takes ball one, breaking ball. Farrell's over one with a strikeout. Bodie Ramsey eclipsing his season high. Ball two outside. Through 3 innings against Phoenix College on April 4th. Trying to get through his 5th. His team has a 4-run lead. He's doing pretty good work on the pitch count. Hasn't run into much trouble. Yanked foul, third base side. 64th pitch coming up. Giving up the only run. Three hits, 3 strikeouts, low walks. Ball 3 low. Yeah, since that solo homer to start the bottom of the 2nd inning. Three-one fouled away. Raptors haven't done much. Had runners on 1st and 2nd to end the 4th. Ridgefield trying to generate some offense. Harrison Hofarth's done good. Came in out of the bullpen. Just finished up his 3rd inning. Curveball. Rolled to 3rd for Ahada. Throws out Farrell. Reed's 0 for 2. Here's Jace Nagler. Nagler had a multi-hit game last night. A couple of singles. Came around to score. Part of the Raptors' 2-run bottom of the 7th. Chopper sneaks over the mound. Almeida throws him out. Smooth infield play for the Pippins in this bottom of the 5th. The Raptors clinched their 2nd consecutive series last night. They have their work cut out for them if they're going to try and get the first sweep of the year. Both of these teams came in a 4-way tie for first place in the WCL South at 6-3. That was on Tuesday night. Feels like a long time ago now. Perazo, sharply grounded, sliding stop. Hubka to his feet, throws him out. The Pippins flashing leather in the bottom of the 5th. A trio of groundouts. Sit down the Raptors. We're going to the 6th inning. Yakima Valley cruising along, up 5-1.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County plus regional and express service to Portland. And check out The Current, C-Tran's on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran is a proud partner of the Ridgefield Raptors. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, connecting you to life.
Boston Jensen into pitch for the Raptors. The 6'4" righty from Camas takes over for Harrison Hofarth. He went 3 innings, gave up a run. Raptors down 5-1. Good work for Hofarth. his longest outing of the year. Boston Jensen making his 4th appearance of the season, the Utah Tech commit. Spent 3 years at College of Southern Nevada, making the jump to the D1 level next year. He'll face the lower third of this Yakima Valley lineup: Derek Almeida, Malachi Emery Henderson, and Cole Hubka. Welcome back to Ridgefield. Raptors baseball is brought to you by the Port of Ridgefield, proudly supporting jobs and building community in Ridgefield and Southwest Washington, home of the Raptor Cam. Ball 1 to Almeida. Harrison Hofarth goes 3 innings, gives up that run. Flared into the gap in left center. It takes a hop, gets past Wattis. He had a long run, sneaks under his glove. Almeida is his 2nd hit of the game. Pippins haven't scored since the 3rd. Top 6. Here's Malachi Emery Henderson. Ball 1 inside. Emery Henderson singled in the 2nd. Went down looking in the 4th. Fastball high at 88. Jensen's been a fireman. He's got the Raptors out of trouble earlier in this season. Swing and a miss. Blew the heater right by him. 2-1. Made 16 appearances this season for College of Southern Nevada. 20 innings. All out of the bullpen. 1-2 record. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Great spot with that fastball at 89. That is exactly where it needs to be if you're going to go inside on a lefty. 2-2. That's too far inside. Ball 3. Pippins lead 5-1. Trying to avoid a sweep tonight. Fouled back. Cole Hubka's on deck. Emery Henderson from Wenatchee Valley. He's looking for home next year. On the ground to second. Weber goes to second for 1. Perazzo. His turn's not in time. The Raptors take off the lead runner. Emery Henderson reaches on the fielder's choice. Good turn from Weber. He's not in time. Take off that lead runner. Here's Cole Hubka. Pippin, second baseman. Takes ball 1 outside. Hubka picked up his first hit of the year in his last trip. Singled and stole second. Ball 2 high. Hubka from the Northwest. Plays for Texas A&M Corpus Christi in the Southland Conference. Up high, 3-0. Hubka walked back in the 2nd. Looks in, the righty-righty matchup. Called strike 1. Hubka was about ready to walk to first. Tyson Miller's on deck. Runner goes, ball 4 high, it didn't matter. Missed on 4 fastballs in that at-bat. Back to the top. Now 2 runners on. First visit between Lightgib and Jensen. Tyson Miller comes to the plate for the 4th time tonight. 2 for 3. First pitch to Miller. In there for strike 1. Miller had runners on first and second with 1 out. Flared out to short. Change up high for ball 1. Jensen with a fastball 88 to 90. Could drop that changeup in the low 80s. 1-1. Slider inside for ball 2. Fastball, slider, changeup mix. Pippins lead 5-1. Missing away again. 3-1. These Raptor hitters have been very selective tonight. The Pippins hitters. Ball 4. Raptors pitchers have helped them a little bit. You haven't seen the early hacks. Raptors pitchers keep falling behind in counts. Set the tone early. There's a 10-pitch opening at bat of the game to Miller. He draws a walk and he's on again. Here's Daichi Forahata with the bases loaded. Chance to break this game open. Goes up the middle. That's into right center field. 1 run scores. Emery Henderson holds up at third. Forahata extends the lead for the Pippins to 6-1. Eighth RBI for Forahata. Now the bases are loaded for Nick Velasquez. Velasquez, ball 1 inside. It's off of Light Gibbs' glove. He slides to keep it on the grass. Up 5 runs. Hubka stays put. Velasquez stepping in for the 4th time. Still looking for his first hit. Corners come in. Middle's a double play depth. Bases loaded. Jensen's 1-0. Inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Velasquez at a Citrus College. Jensen shakes off a sign. Negler and Summers are shallow. 2-0. Breaking ball misses low for ball 3. Here. Jensen has to find the zone. Nowhere to put Velasquez. It's 3-0. Velasquez takes a strike. If it wasn't 3-0, change up hard of the plate. Have to be careful with that. 3-1. Chases a breaking ball. It's 3-2 now. Jensen's done a nice job of working his way back into the count. Bases loaded, 1 down. Pippins lead 6-1. The 3-1 to Velasquez is off the plate for ball 4. Yakima Valley in front now, 7-1. Tyler Jackson comes out of the dugout. First mound visit. This inning has not gone to plan for the Raptors. Velasquez drives in a run. Pippins have 2 runs now in this frame. Emery Henderson and Hubkov coming to score. Parker Burt coming to the plate. Burt hit his first homer of the year in the 3rd. Reached on air in the 1st. Helped create a run there. There was 2 outs. Then he walked in the 5th. Burt steps in. Yakima Valley up 7-1. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Slider misses high for ball 1. Raptors will be back at home next Friday when they host Walla Walla. Beginning their first 6-game road trip of the season, 1-0. Bounced, chopped, foul. In the third base coach's box, 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Ball 2 outside at 88. Boston Jensen struggling his first inning of work. Came out of the pen after 3 solid innings from Harrison Hofarth. Swing and a miss. Put it on a string. 2-2. The Raptors a ground ball away from getting out of this thing. Two. Missed way outside. Full count now. Abel Ramos is on deck. Bases loaded to Burt. Full count. Saw it off. Jensen making his 4th appearance of the year. 4 1/3 inning, 6.23 ERA. Three-two. Got him. Threw him off in the changeup. Big strikeout for the 2nd out of the inning. Burt sat down for the first time tonight. Here's Abel Ramos. Fastball high for ball 1. Ramos had a good game last night, 3 hits. Has not been able to replicate that success so far. He's 0 for 3. He has the bases loaded in the top of the 6th. 1-0. Taken for strike 1. One. Bases loaded. 2 down. Off the glove of Nagler at 3rd. Ricocheting into left field. 1 run scores. Borahata comes around. 2-run single for Ramos. Yakima Valley pushes it to 9-1. Ramos ripped it to 3rd. Nagler made a diving stop. He was off his glove. Ricocheted into left. Borahata and Miller come around to score. Luis Garcia rolls it to short. Kicked over to 2nd in time. Wow. Fortunate break for the Raptors. They get the force out to end the inning. And the ball bounces Ridgefield's way. Could have turned into a run. Yakima Valley extends their lead with 4 runs on 3 hits. They break this thing open. Pippins lead 9-1 in the middle of the 6th.
Switchfoot. Coming your way. June 18th, A Cowlitz Ballroom. Special guest Lit and Fuel on sale at ALNAResort.com. Switchfoot, live.
Two comedic icons.
We are here to pop you off.
One hilarious night. Dana Carvey.
Who's not special?
Kevin Nealon.
I don't like those automatic flush toilets. It doesn't give you a chance to inspect your work.
A Cowlitz Ballroom, Saturday, June 27th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or ALNAResort.com. Don't miss Dana Carvey and Kevin Nealon together.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Nikki Glazer, the Stunning Tour.
The thoughts of death, I don't like to dwell on them for longer than like 10 or 15 hours a day, so.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, A Cowlitz Ballroom.
No wonder women rush to have kids. We're being trained for it since we were kids. They're like, here's a baby doll. Here's an easy bake oven. I got one of those. I stuck my head in it. I was like, I want out of this narrative.
Tickets on sale now at ALNAResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
Bodie Ramsey now has an 8-run cushion heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Welcome back to Ridgefield. Jack Connolly on the call. Yakima Valley was held scoreless for the 4th and the 5th inning. You get the bats working again. Tack on 4 more in the top of the 6th. 3 hits, left 2 runners on. Boston Jensen poked around in his first inning, gave up some walks. Heart of the order coming to the plate for Ridgefield. First pitch outside, ball 1 to JT Summers. Summers is 0 for 1, or 0 for 2. Breaking ball low for ball 2. Two-one. Well, the good news for the Raptors is they've squandered an 8-run lead earlier this season and came back to win the game. We've seen things happen. We've seen crazier things happen at the Rourke this year. Raptors riding a 5-game win streak. This offense slugging .427, first in the West Coast League with 11 homers on the year. Haven't been able to break free tonight. Good guy to get him going. Bounce to short. Almeida throws out Summers for out number 1. Here's Zach Wattis. Wattis has been on a nice streak as of late. He had the 4-for-5 game last Friday in Port Angeles. The homer and a couple doubles. First pitch to Zach. Swings through the fastball, 0-1. Hit a 2-run single yesterday. Even though it's his only hit, you'll take that. Curveball misses high for ball 1. Bodie Ramsey back out for the bottom of the 6th inning. Breaking ball hammered to the right side. Long, 319 feet foul ball. Got him to chase. What a strikes out. That brings up the center fielder, Isaiah Hearn. Pitch 78 coming up, and it's a strike. Bodie Ramsey, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. Pippins pitching coach Ethan Salscheider is going to love that. He's not going to like that. It's Isaiah Hearn. Third hit batter. Hearn's on for the second time. Hearn doesn't have an elbow guard on. Very vulnerable out there. Here's Jackson Weber. Weber at the solo shot, back in the second, his first of the year. Bounce to third for a hot off the short hop, throws out Weber. Pretty play to end the bottom of the sixth. Ramsey's through 6. 4 strikeouts. Raptors have as many hits as hit by pitches. Good outing for Ramsey. He exits with a 9-1 lead.
Nikki Glazer, the Stunning Tour.
We are the only animal species who actively want kids. You've never seen like 2 dogs like, we're trying.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, A&A's Cowlitz Ballroom.
It's not hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a good mom. It's easy to be a bad mom. That's as easy as being a great dad. That's what that is.
Tickets on sale now at ALNAResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
While the world around us is always changing, we stay focused on what matters. At Peace Health, we've offered hope, healing, and peace to Washington since 1890. Our care teams listen to your needs, take time to understand what matters to you, and treat you with the same respect and devotion that has guided us for generations. Peace Health, here for you today, tomorrow, always. Learn more at peacehealth.org.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess. Give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Grant Baskin out of George Fox takes over for Boston Jensen. Had his toughest outing of the year. Gave up 4 runs, 3 hits, and an inning of work. The Raptors down 9-1. Grant Baskin takes over. Made 12 appearances this past spring for George Fox. Started 1 game, 16 innings. Held hitters to a .290 average. 5.06 ERA. He'll face Luis Garcia, Derek Almeida, and Malachi Emery Henderson. Baskin's given up 10 earned runs and 3 1/3 innings pitched. A good opportunity, low pressure. Try and find himself, get himself going this summer. In the air, shallow right field. Farrell comes in to make the grab, dealing with the sun. 1 away. Here's Emery Henderson. Fastball is low for ball 1. Emery Henderson singled and scored back in the second. Baskin from Arroyo Grande, California. 1-0 is low for ball 2. Going into his senior year, George Fox. He'll be hanging in the Northwest for the summer. Two out to Henderson. Foul back. Cole Hubka's on deck. Emery Henderson will not be making the trip up to Canada this year. Canada tomorrow. Long travel day ahead. We talked about it. Flying up to Edmonton, 2-1. Curveball in there for strike 2. Raptors down 9-1. Top 7. Baskin out of the stretch. Swing and a miss. Nice start for Baskin. 2 down. Here's Cole Hubka playing his first game of the series. It's been a tough out. He's been walked twice and singled. That's low for ball 1. Hubka in the 9-hole, playing second base. There's that curveball. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Baskin right back to work from the left side of the mound. Misses outside to the righty. Baskin, the 4th arm to touch the mound for the Raptors. Sends it back up the middle. Hubka's on for the 4th time. Hubka having a great day in his first start. The 11th Pippin hit. Tyson Miller takes a first pitch strike. Miller at the plate for the 5th time. 2 for 3 so far. Walked and scored last inning. 0-1. Slider misses away. Didn't miss by much. Baskin the lefty facing Miller. Fastball low and in for ball 2. Fourth outing of the year for Baskin. On the ground, sliding, backhand stop. Perazo goes the short way to second to get the force. Nice inning, worked by Baskin. Shuts down the Pippins. Time to stretch here in Ridgefield. The Raptors down 9-1.
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories, like Brett on the way to his wedding when a flat tire left him stranded. The clock was ticking, his bride waiting. He made one call, and a Les Schwab service truck was there to save the day. Brett was back on the road and off to say I do. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires, our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County plus regional and express service to Portland. And check out the current C-Tran's on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran is a proud partner of the Ridgefield Raptors. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, connecting you to life.
Get ready for a smoking hot weekend as A Barbecue Fest returns Saturday and Sunday, June 13th and 14th. Sip and sample hundreds of beers, wines, seltzers, and spirits. Indulge in a mouth-watering selection of barbecue from local vendors and enjoy barbecue competitions and cooking demonstrations from celebrity chefs including Kyle Brenner, Brad Leininger, Tyler Anderson, and more. For tickets and information, visit ALenaResort.com. A Barbecue Fest. Sounds like fun.
Proactive Physical Therapy, conveniently located in Ridgefield, is the official physical trainers of the Ridgefield Raptors. Proactive has 17 locations throughout Southwest Washington and Oregon with highly trained experts to help take back your health and get back to the life you love. Bodie Ramsey back out for the bottom of the 7th inning. He's thrown a gem so far for Yakima Valley. A first pitch, skied into right field. Garcia drifting back. Works with the sun to make the catch. Light gives 0 for 3. There's Liam Ostrom. Ostrom's 0 for 2. Raptors down 9-1. Curveball misses outside for ball 1. It's been all Yakima Valley so far. They scored in each of the first 3 innings. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, another in the third. Gets Ostrom to chase. 1-1. Raptors, their only run came off a solo homer from Jackson Weber. Fouled away. The Pippins added 4 in the 6th. Boston Jensen's lone inning of relief. Harrison Hofarth held things down, kept the Raptors in the game. They just haven't been able to generate any offense. Breaking ball bounces away for ball 2. Reed Farrell's on deck. Farrell and Ostrom, teammates at College of the Canyons. Ramsey out of the windup. Puts his glove to his face. It's 2-2. Brings up Ostrom. Freezes him on the curveball. 2 down. His 5th K. He's retired 11 of the last 12 Raptors. Swing and a miss. He's been riding that breaking ball all game, and the Raptors have not had an answer for it. A lot of swings and misses, lots of weak contact. Bounce to third, foul. Been a clean game all around. Complete game for the Pippins. 11 hits, no errors. 1 walk given up by Ramsey. 0-2. Fouled away. The only gripe you can have, there's been 3 hit by pitches, but it's only turned into a run. Didn't impact the run. The solo shot came from Weber, which will be huge for him. It's been a slow start for Weber, adjusting to the WCL level. Swing and a miss, another K. Throw on another one. 6th strikeout for Ramsey. And the Pippins continue. 9-1 going to the 8th inning.
In today's fast-moving world, your technology should work for you, not slow you down. At HTG, we are based in Ridgefield, Washington, and we deliver full-service IT solutions to businesses across the Pacific Northwest and nationwide. From managed IT services and hardware procurement to secure warehousing, asset imaging, and IT asset disposition, we handle it all. Proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, we're committed to supporting our community and your business success. HTG, simplifying IT, powering your business forward. Learn more at www.htginc.com.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Step up to the plate with Rose Real Estate Group, your local all-star team specializing in real estate sales, appraisals, and mortgage lending. If you're trying to score big in the real estate market, make sure to include the Rose Real Estate Group in your lineup. Grant Baskin's been a small bright spot for the Raptors tonight. Had a great inning, put up a 0. It's been tough sledding for him to start the summer. For him to get this inning, slow things down. We have some changes for the Raptors. Ben Strutt, he'll take over in center field for Isaiah Hearn. Yeah, Strutt actually going to left field. Taking over for Wattis. So Hearn stays in there. Strutt goes to left. Ball one to Daichi Furuhata. Well, Furuhata had his quietest game of the year last night, 0 for 5. Had an RBI single in the 6th, the ball 2 low. Raptors in front 9-1, top of the 8th inning. Outside for ball 3. We're moving along. Under 2 hours in the 8th inning. Ball 4. Furuhata reaches. Pippins have a big lead. Surely they want more insurance. They got a long night ahead of them, big travel day. Headed to Edmonton tomorrow. Raptors will be on the road too. Ball one low to Velasquez. Raptors will head down to Marion. First trip to Salem in franchise history. The Berries came here twice for a home and away. Fouled back to the netting, 1-1. Taking a look at some scores around the West Coast League. Corvallis up 2-0 on Marion, top 7. They're playing a quick 2-game set. Springfield and Wenatchee going at it. In Wenatchee, the Apple Sox up 3-1. Curveball inside for ball 2. The Raptors, the best record in the West Coast League by virtue of the wins. Wenatchee 7-3. They can match the Raptors. If the Raptors don't stage the comeback, 2-1, lined up the middle. That's into left center. Velasquez, another knock for him. His first of the game. Keeping this line moving. Grant Baskin's going to get some line tonight. The Riverhawks hosting the Harbor Cats. They're up 5-1, bottom 7. The Lefties up 8-3 on the North Paws. The North Paws struggling a bit since they took 2 or 3 from the Raptors. The Elks down 4-0 to the Gherkins. That'd be a shock there. Ben struggling, 3-6 on the year. Be a non-league game. Ball one low to Parker Burt. You got to be careful here. Burt came into the game in 484. 1-0. Inside at 83 for ball 2. Burt 0 for 4 in game 1. Struck out in his pinch hit at bat last night. (2-0) outside. There's some action in the Pippins bullpen. Ramsey's gone 7 innings. It would be a shock to see him go 8. Didn't expect to see him out last inning. It was a quick inning. Struck out Ostrom and Farrell. Got light give to flat on the first pitch. Baskin needs a strike, 3-0. There's in there. Parker Burt took the bat on his shoulders before Baskin even threw that ball. Cake mode all the way. He's ready to go now. Raptors down 9-1, 3-1. Off the glove of Light Give. That blows up the double play. It was ball 4 anyway. So it doesn't blow up the double play. Raptors could use one of those right now. Lawai Correa pinch running for Burt. He saw Correa in game 1 of this series. He went 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Light Gibb goes to settle down Baskin. Well, the Raptors bullpen was on a hot streak until tonight. Before tonight, the Raptors bullpen gave up only 4 runs in the last 22 1/3 innings. Granted, they've been leaned on. Start to see some wear and tear for the first time. Raptors pitching's given up 7 walks. Jensen had 3. Hasso had 1, as did Hofarth. Baskin just lost his second batter. Ball 1 low. Ramos with a 3-hit game last night. He's 0 for 4. Corners come in. No outs. Strike 1. Bases loaded. Fouled off 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Correa at first, Velasquez at second. Forajada's at third. 1-2 from Baskin. On the ground to second. They go to second for 1. Over to first. Sliding into first. Beats it out. Pippins reached double digits. It's 10-1 Yakima Valley. RBI fielder's choice for Ramos. Or 6 fielder's choice. First pitch outside to Luis Garcia for ball 1. Ramos drives into 7th run. Pips have a dozen hits. Ball 2. Garcia's 1 for 3. Ripped a double in the second, rolled all the way to the wall. Outside for ball 3. Three 3-0 now. Runners at the corners. Ball 4. Garcia draws a 4-pitch walk. That loads him up. This will be it for Grant Baskin. Goes an inning and a third. Leaves the bases loaded. Pippins up 10-1. Looking for more. Top 8. They have him juiced with 1 out.
There's something special about game night in Ridgefield. Friends in the stands, fans cheering together, and that big game feel here in our backyard. That kind of hometown energy is why you'll see Dick Hanna dealerships right there supporting the Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Because being local means backing the teams, the fans, and the moments that bring people together. We're proud to be a part of another great Raptors season. Dick Hanna dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
I'm hopped up on my 3rd energy drink of the day, which is why I'm talking about the Adrenaline Adventure Vehicle Loan from Fiber Federal Credit Union. Fiber Federal's Adrenaline Loan is for people like us who like to live life on the edge. Boats, wave runners, ATVs, motorcycles, with a heart-poundingly low interest rate that says, let's party. The Adrenaline Loan from Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
The Ridgefield Raptors are proud to partner with Columbia Credit Union to introduce Community Wednesdays. This season, every Wednesday home game will feature a local Southwest Washington nonprofit. Each featured nonprofit will receive a $500 check from Columbia Credit Union and the Ridgefield Raptors to support their mission. Get your tickets today and support great causes. Go to RidgefieldRaptors.com.
Theo DeChico in for the Raptors, inherits a big-time jam. Bases loaded with one out. Raptors down 10-1. Trying to keep this thing as close as they can. Derek Almeida at the plate. DeChico from Bradenton, Florida, to Lake Sumter State College. Redshirt sophomore. Made 10 appearances this season. 2 saves, 20 innings pitched, making his 3rd appearance for the Raptors this summer. 7 innings, he's given up 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Looking ahead for the Raptors schedule, they'll be on the road this weekend in Marion. They'll head home. It will be a semi-local. They'll be able to stay in their own beds. They'll drive down to Portland to take on the Pickles. And they'll host the Sweets next week. And on the road, down to Bend. Finish up the month, Springfield, then we'll take on Redmond Dudes. Derek Almeida had a homer earlier in this series. DeChico's first. Lined into left field. That brings in a run. Ramos stays at third. Almeida was ready for it. An RBI single for him. It's 11-1. 5th RBI of the year for Almeida. Malachi Emery Henderson pops it up behind the plate. Light Gibb runs out of room, watches it land atop the net, covering the seats. Oh, 1. Emery Henderson singled and scored in the second. He's 0 for 3 since. Pops it up. Left side. Perazo runs over to make the grab. Second out. Here's Cole Hubka. Hubka's had himself a game. His first start, hasn't been retired. Fans captivated by that baseball. Not rolling into the designated ball catcher. Had a hole. Hit high and deep. Hearn on the track, makes the catch. Just to the left of the batter's eye. Pippins leave him loaded. They add 2 more. Yakima Valley in front 11-1, middle of the 8th inning.
While the world around us is always changing, we stay focused on what matters. At Peace Health, we've offered hope, healing, and peace to Washington since 1890. Our care teams listen to your needs, take time to understand what matters to you, and treat you with the same respect and devotion that has guided us for generations. Peace Health, here for you today, tomorrow, always. Learn more at peacehealth.org.
There's something special about game night in Ridgefield. Friends in the stands, fans cheering together, and that big game feel here in our backyard. That kind of hometown energy is why you'll see Dick Hanna dealerships right there supporting the Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Because being local means backing the teams, the fans, and the moments that bring people together. We're proud to be a part of another great Raptors season. Dick Hanna dealerships. Believe in nice. Go Raptors!
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories, like Brett on the way to his wedding when a flat tire left him stranded. The clock was ticking, his bride waiting. He made one call, and a Les Schwab service truck was there to save the day. Brett was back on the road and off to say I do. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires, our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Nikki.
Peace Health is proud to partner with the Ridgefield Raptors, two great teams here for our community. Eric Anthony takes over after a great outing, 7 strong from Brody Ramsey. By far his longest outing in the summer and the spring at Chandler Gilbert Community College. Gives up 1 run on 3 hits. Struck out the final 2 batters he faced in the 7th. Eric Anthony takes over, pitches at Puget Sound, originally from Santa Barbara, California, making his 4th appearance of the summer. First pitch to Jace Nagler. Off speed low for ball 1 at 76. Nagler's 0 for 3. Strikeout, popped out, and grounded out. Flies the high pitch, shallow left. Almeida runs back into the infield to make the catch. Retreated it into not so shallow left center field, runs back basically where he started. 1 down. Here's Michael Perazzo, 0 for 2. Anthony's thrown 4 innings so far this summer. 6 hits, giving up 3 runs. Made 7 appearances in the spring and 3 starts for Puget Sound. Ball 1 to Perazzo. Pippins have action in their pen. Should Anthony run into any trouble? Ball 2. Ramsey, 7 innings, 3 hits. (2-0). That's low for ball 3. Only 1 walk given up by Anthony, 6 strikeouts. Did it all in 91 pitches. (3-0). Ball 4. Perazzo thought he had ball 4, tossed his bat, pauses. He's on base for the 2nd time. JT Summers looking for his first hit out of Oregon. Team leading 15 hits and 12 RBIs. Takes a slider for strike 1. A 1. Goes back to first. Ben Strutt's on deck. Raptors down 11-1. It's been all Pippins all night. Laced towards the gap. Tracked down by Garcia right in front of the warning track. Fires to first. Perazzo Gets back in there. 2 down. Garcia took a great route into the right center field gap. Here's Ben Strutt. Strutt coming to the plate. Took over in left field for Zach Wattis at the top of the inning. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Takes a curveball for strike 1. It's dropped from Scottsdale, Arizona. A 1. Strutt won a Gold Glove in his conference, Defensive Player of the Year, Western State Conference. Spent his freshman year at Santa Barbara City College, his sophomore, College of the Canyons. Takes another curve. On a break on that. 0-2. Perazo's at first. Anthony out of the stretch, looks in. Shot foul. Raptors haven't had a hit since the 4th. Anthony's 0-2. Down and away at 86 for ball 1. Fans, you can catch tomorrow's game, 6:35 Pacific time. We'll have the radio call for you on RidgefieldRaptors.com. You can stream the game on the West Coast League app or the Berries YouTube. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Say Hearns on deck. Breaking ball misses low. Strutt's working the count. Three, 2. Anthony fires. Runner goes. Dribble to third. Forahada ends the inning. Raptors strand a runner at first. We're through the 8th. Pippins running away with this one, 11-1.
Glazer, the stunning tour.
The thoughts of death, I don't like to dwell on them for longer than like 10 or 15 hours a day, so.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, A&A's Cowlitz Ballroom.
No wonder women rush to have kids. We're being trained for it since we were kids. They're like, here's a baby doll. Here's an easy bake oven. I got one of those. I stuck my head in it. I was like, I want out of this narrative.
Tickets on sale now at ALNAResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
In today's fast-moving world, your technology should work for you, not slow you down. At HTG, we are based in Ridgefield, Washington, and we deliver full-service IT solutions to businesses across the Pacific Northwest and nationwide. From managed IT services and hardware procurement to secure warehousing, asset imaging, and IT asset disposition, we handle it all. Proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, we're committed to supporting our community and your business success. HTG, simplifying IT, powering your business forward. Learn more at www.htginc.com.
Chick-fil-A Cascade Park and Chick-fil-A Vancouver Mall Drive, Southwest Washington's only Chick-fil-A restaurants, are proud to partner with the Ridgefield Raptors. Join Chick-fil-A in cheering on the Raptors this season. Let's go Raptors. Theo DeChico on the bump for the Raptors to start the 9th. Trying to keep this game an 11-run deficit. Dyson Miller gets ready to lead things off for Yakima Valley. Daichi Forahata. Then Nick Velasquez. Pippins have 11 runs on 13 hits. And it will not be Miller, or will be Miller. But a pinch hitter coming to the plate. Wind's picking up. The flags. The Washington State flag, the American flag, back moving. They were dead to start this one. On the ground to second, 1 out. Raptors' first extended road trip of the year. We'll be back here. So next Friday, Walla Walla comes to town. Sweets, 7-4, game back of the Raptors. Forahata takes ball 1. Forahata just committed Northwest Nazarene today. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. There's some commitments coming for the Raptors. A lot of their guys in the portal. Their recruiting season picking up 2-0. Strike 1. Forahata's 1 for 4. Fastball up and in for ball 3. Three 1. Swing and a miss. Full count. It's a good spot against the righty. Chico from Florida. 3-2. Punched into left field. Forahata with the knock. 14th of the game for the Pippins. Warmest game of the year, 76 degrees at first pitch. It's feeling like summer. One of the warmest games of the year. The Raptors' bats cooled off, though. Raptors, one of the top offenses in the league. Ball 1 low to Velasquez. Pippins first baseman's 1 for 4 in this one. That's a high fly ball, right field. Farrell on the track. Cleeps. Nothing he can do about that one. The Pippins pour it on. Velasquez, second homer of the year. His second and third RBIs of the game. Yakima Valley leads 13-1. 335 feet from Velasquez. A moonshot in the air for 6 seconds. Outside for ball 1. Lawai Correa gets his first at bat. Strike 1. Pippins taking out some frustrations from earlier in this series. Ball 2. Raptors pulled away. There's a tight one in game 1. They won 4-1, 3-run, bottom of the 6th inning. Ball 3 outside. And then this one, it was 3-1 going into the 7th inning. Ball 4. DeChico lost him. 2-2 game going into the 6th inning. Raptors added a run. Pippins tied it. And the Ridgefield bats woke up. Loaded up the bases. 2-run single from McCluskey. Then 4 runs in the 8th. Yakima Valley now leads 13-1. Strike one to Ramos. They're not going away quietly. Correa draws a walk. He doesn't want to give away at bats. He was on the bench to start this one. Ramos bounce to short. Peraza recovers, gets one at second, sliding into first. That's the third Pippin to slide into first this game. Reaches on the fielder's choice. It's an electrifying play. Puts it on the line in a 12-run game. You don't want to tear a ligament in your thumb. Tear your hands up, leaving it all on the field. Ramos is on with the fielder's choice once again. Yeah, throw on the oven mitt like our scorekeeper suggested. Ball one. 1-0. Ball two outside. Garcia, the double, and scored in the second. Hasn't had a hit since. Popped out, flew out. Walked in that 8th inning. Ball three. Chico trying to get the Raptors out of this frame. (3-0). DeChico deals. Garcia fights it off. Yeah, 3-0 hacking for Garcia. Outside, ball four. That puts two on for Derek Almeida. Hasso had one walk. Hofarth gave up one as well. Strike one to Almeida. But since then, DeChico, Baskin, and Jensen have given up 8 walks. Little deja vu to a version of this bullpen earlier in the season. Swinging a pitch, it's miss, it's 0-2. Almeida's a 3-hit game, 3 for 5. He's been on 4 times. Outside for ball one. Pippins have 13 runs on 15 hits. One, two. Past Nagler off the one hop. Tried to play it off the hop. Couldn't get a glove on it. 4-hit game for Almeida. To load him up with 2 outs. Here's Malachi Emery Henderson. Pops the first pitch he sees, shallow left. Strutt squeezes it with 2 hands to close out the inning. Pippins leave him loaded. Velasquez tags his 2nd homer of the year, 2-run shot to extend the lead to 12. Yakima Valley up 13-1, moving to the bottom of the 9th.
Switchfoot, coming your way. June 18th, A. Cowlitz Ballroom. Special guest lit and fuel on sale at ALNAResort.com. Switchfoot, live.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County plus regional and express service to Portland. And check out the current C-Tran's on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran is a proud partner of the Ridgefield Raptors. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, connecting you to life.
Nikki Glazer, the Stunning Tour.
We are the only animal species who actively want kids. You've never seen like two dogs like, we're trying.
Friday and Saturday, September 11th and 12th, A&A's Cowlitz Ballroom.
It's not hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a good mom. It's easy to be a bad mom. That's as easy as being a great dad. That's what that is.
Tickets on sale now at AlenaResort.com or Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess. Give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Wyatt Robinson out of Olympic College takes over with a whole lot of breathing room. His Pippins up 13-1 heading into the bottom of the ninth inning. Series finale between the Pippins and the Raptors. The Raptors took the first two games. Game 1, 4-1. Took last night's win convincingly 9-3, although they pulled away late. Yakima Valley came out with a statement to make. Didn't want to get swept. They dropped their first series of the year after winning their first three. But the Raptors, 5-game winning streak in serious jeopardy. Taking a look at the stats for tonight, tonight's game summary. It's been all Pippins since we got this one started. Tyson Miller led off with a long 10-pitch opening at bat infield single for a hot reach on a fielder's choice. Parker Burt sent a grounder to short. It was a slow roller. Perazzo bounced it over to first. Summers couldn't scoop it up. That allowed a run to score. Pippins added 3 in the second, 1 in the third. Raptors have the solo shot from Weber. Sliced foul. Isaiah Hearn leads off. Hearn had a very lucky double. High fly ball dropped right in front of Emery Henderson. We've seen him smash the ball. Guess not all doubles are created equally. Fouled away. Seen some interesting things tonight. Tonight got off on a weird start. The first at-bat of the game, both managers came out to plead their case. We still don't know what was going on. Believes a pitch clock violation. It went from 2-2 to 3-1. Then Chris Cota to plead his case 0-2. Inside for ball one. Then the 3-run top of the second. Unearned run again. Garcia doubled. Almeida reached on the air. Cole Hubka, he's had a phenomenal first start. Got on base 4 times, 1-2. Called strike 3. Hearn goes down looking. Here's Jackson Weber as the only shining moment for the Raptors tonight. Oppo Taco to right center. First pitch to Weber. Slider fades away for ball one. They've got Jaden Blaylock hitting for Brock Lightgib. Strike one. Coverage begins tomorrow. First pitch, 6:35. Tune in. We'll pregame show for you on RidgefieldRaptors.com. Quick road trip down to the Oregon State Capitol. 1-1. Slider again. This time called for strike 2. Wyatt Robinson making his first appearance of this series. His 1-2. That's low. Fastball at 90. 2-2 to Weber. Tap foul. Robinson making his second appearance of the year. Gave up 2 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a double and had a strikeout. Had 16 appearances this spring for Olympic College. 4.31 ERA. Big time strikeout guy. 31 innings pitched. 65 strikeouts. 2-2. That's outside for ball 3. Robinson originally from Roy, Washington. (3-2). Raptors down 13-1. Running out of time here. Off the edge of the bat, going to be a tough play. Robinson plays it off the hop in time. Robinson benefiting from the fast field here at the Rourke. 2 down now. Here's Jaden Blaylock. Infielder from Dallas Baptist getting an AB. Credit to these fans sticking it out. Light gives 0 for 5 to start his Raptor summer. Thomas Glenn and Jim Courtney, they're on site for all 3 games this series. Heater high at 90 for ball 1. One out to Blaylock. There's a strike. Blaylock from Richmond, Texas. Redshirt in his freshman year. This is the real season for him. Trying to get himself going in the summer. 1-1. Couldn't get on top of that curve. 2 balls and a strike. Two one. Outside, ball 3. Robinson, the 3rd arm for the Pippins. They rode a career start for Ramsey. 7 innings, 1 run ball. 2 down, 3-1. Bottom of the 9th inning. Robinson kicks, and he lost Blaylock. Here's Liam Ostrom. Blaylock takes the fastball inside. Ostrom 0 for 3 so far. Raptors down 13-1. Holding on to their final out. Strike 1. That looked good from here. No 1. Way outside. Another fastball. This could be a big outing for Robinson. Didn't have the start he wanted to start the summer. 1 out away from closing this thing out. Swing and a miss. Raptors down to their final strike. One, two. Blaylock at first. Ostrom strikes out. That does it. The Pippins avoid the sweep. Take game 3 emphatically, 13-1. And the Pippins came out with an intensity felt from the first inning. They scored first and never looked back. Added 3 more in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the sixth, 2 in the seventh, and the eighth. Two in the eighth and the ninth. The Raptors, all they could muster was a run. A solo shot from Jackson Weber. The Raptors take this series. Let's not lose sight of that. Raptors drop to 8-4 on the year. Pippins move up to 7-5. Let's take a look right now at your West Coast League standings. Raptors drop to a tie with the Walla Walla Sweets in first place. They'll be here next week. Corvallis, they take both games from Marion. Portland 5-4. Yakima Valley, they get the win. They'll move above the Pickles into a tie with the Knights. The Berries will host the Raptors tomorrow. Ben's 3-6. They had a disappointing loss to the Gherkins. Yakima Valley, or Springfield, 3-9 on the year. That'll do it for our coverage in this series finale. Joseph Hasso takes the loss. Bodie Ramsey, 7 strong innings, gives up 1 run. Pippins used 3 arms. Eric Anthony and Wyatt Robinson works around a walk to finish things off. For all of us here at the Ridgefield Raptors, thanks so much for tuning into the stream, proudly presented by HTG. We'll be back live tomorrow. We'll have the radio stream for you on RidgefieldRaptors.com. Raptors fall 13-1. They move to 8-4 on the year. They're still in first place. We'll have to come back right here tomorrow night in Marion. Good night from Ridgefield.